Next, coming to 13th question. Here chairman or member of UPSC after having completed his first term is not eligible for reappointment, that is true, and salaries, allowances and pension of chairman are not subjected to vote of parliament, that is also true, because they are charged on consultant fund of India. Just look at them. Any change regarding their security of tenure and also salaries should not be at the disadvantage of the chairman or members. This is a security provided under the constitution provisions, right, regarding chairman and members for UPSC. And let us come to this Joint Public Service Commission. So, none of the above is the right statement, because first statement, second statement, everything is true there, and we have given the right source here. Next, chairman and members of Joint Public Service Commission can be removed by the president, and chairman members of State Public Service Commission hold office for a term of 6, but it is not 65 years, it is about 62 years. And next, chairman and other members of State Public Service Commission cannot be removed on the grounds of misbehavior. Actually, what are they asking here? Are they asking here regarding consider the following statements and not correct? Well, that is why I am searching why answer is. So, it is not highlighted in bold letters. So, do not worry, but you need to be very careful, they may not be highlighting the bold letters in the UPSC. They will usually give in the highlighting letter, and also they will give in caps and capital letters. So, if they do not give that kind of version, what will be your situation? You have to be very careful in choosing whether it is correct or incorrect, because in the flow of examination you will commit a mistake. Next, although chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission are appointed by the governor, they can be removed only on the only by the president, though they are appointed, despite their appointment is done by the governor, but they are removed by the president. You have to remember these statements. And president can also remove the chairman and any other members of State Public Service Commission on the grounds of misbehavior. So, this is also very important. And second statement is incorrect, because it is about 62 years, already I have told you there. So, this is regarding this question. Next, coming to 15th question, with reference to National Commission for Scheduled Castes, consider the following statements. It is constitutional body under article 338, already I have mentioned there, under article 338 it is a constitutional body. So, second thing, this first statement is incorrect, they are asking about again incorrect one. So, this first statement you have to choose, this is incorrect one. Next, it presents its report directly to the parliament. No, not directly to the parliament, it is to the president, it is to the president. So, it is asking incorrect statement, you have to choose this one also. So, first second statements are incorrect one. Regarding third statement, it is safeguards of, even it will look after the legal safeguards of the Anglo-Indian community. This is also true. So, third statement is true. This third statement true, first and second statements are incorrect. And coming to 16th question, with reference to the National Commission for STs, scheduled tribes, consider the following statement. It is a multi-member body with every member having a tenure of 4 years. You have to remember that every member having a tenure of what? 3 full time members out of 3, multi-member body with 1 chairperson, vice chairperson and 3 full time members. Out of 3 members, there should be compulsorily be 1 lady member. All the members of the commission have tenure of 3 years. Okay. So, once first statement is incorrect, they are asking only the correct one. So, you should not choose the first statement, but second statement is true, it is vested with the power with civil court. Yes, it has a power of civil court to inquire in the cases related to violations, constitutional rights and violations of scheduled castes and tribes. So, safeguards of the scheduled tribes are looked after by the Commission on Scheduled Tribes, National Commission on Scheduled Tribes. This is also a constitutional body, but this has been separated after constitutional amendment from National Commission on Scheduled Castes. Initially only the National Commission for Scheduled Castes existed, right. You might have known this. These are the certain provisions related to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and commissions associated with it. And regarding NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, it can suo motu inquire into the cases of violation of human rights. Yes, that is true, and it can look into the matter only within 1 year of its occurrence. That is also true. If any matter occurred before 2 years or 3 years, you cannot approach the National Commission for Human Rights, right. So, the incidents should have occurred within 1 year of time, then only it can take up that case. Next, it can punish a violator of human rights. That is also wrong, that is wrong, because it is a toothless tiger, it was termed, and most of the time it cannot give any kind of compensation, and it cannot punish any, it cannot take any punitive measures. So, notably its recommendations are not binding on the government, any concerned government or authority. Okay. But it has a civil court status of civil court when it is in a stage of inquiring a case. Okay. It can call anybody to come and visit, and it can investigate and inquire the violations happen regarding human rights. Okay. Next thing, Chief Information Commission and the Information Commissions of Central Information Commission are appointed by the President on the recommendations of a committee. Who are the members of this committee? Who are the members of this committee? Just see here, one thing is very important. You have to remember National Human Rights Commission and CBI and CVC, okay, and also Central Information Commissioner. The appointing committees, they all are appointed by the President. With the committee consisting of, I mean, recommendations made by a committee consisting of, example, if it comes to Central Information Commission, the Prime Minister should act as a chairperson and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha and Union Cabinet nominated by the Prime Minister. They should be the members, Union Cabinet. Okay. Prime Minister, leader of opposition exists in each committee, NHRC, CBI, CVC, CIC. Leader of opposition should be there. Okay. Leader of opposition should be there in the committee, that is appointing, that is recommending the President to appoint the members of these commissions. Next, this is regarding Central Information Commission. Next thing, Gram Sabha may exercise such powers and perform such functions at village level as a state legislature. It has that power to levy any tax. Okay. Gram Sabha can also act as a state legislature, I mean legislature of that village level. Okay. Next, Parliament may by law, no, not by Parliament, it actually it is infringing the federal feature of the state. So, the federal rights associated with it, therefore, Parliament may recommend it, may suggest it, okay, but it is up to the state government to implement it or not. State government may by law can give more powers to the Gram Sabha, not Parliament. Next, which of the following ideas are closely associated with the idea of secularism in India? This is asked in 2014, 18 in paper 1 and 2019 in paper 2. I mean difference of India's secularism with the western mode of secularism and the French one. So, because you have to remember certain features of secularism, because here freedom of belief and worship, okay, the 10th standard or its equivalent. This is simply a wrong statement, because a person who has an irrespective of educational qualification, a person is provided his right to freedom of religion and faith, right. Next thing, equality of citizenship and non-discrimination and non-involvement of state in religion. No, in Indian form of secularism, the state may interfere into religious matters if it violates the fundamental rights of other person. Regarding example cases of discrimination when scheduled caste and tribes when discriminated in a particular community, therefore, the law may interfere in it. But at the same time, law may give exemptions. It is non-interference when it comes to sentiments of the religion. Example, the pagri which is being worn by Sikh community is given exemption under Motor Vehicle Act. Okay. So, remaining other people should wear helmet, but they certain communities are given exemption under the certain Motor Vehicle Act, right. So, therefore, the state may interfere, may not interfere based on situation circumstances. So, this is called principal distance, which is followed in Indian secularism. So, you need to remember this thing, principal distance. Next, consider the following statements about Indian elections. This is about a constitution provides that election to the House of Parliament and legislative assemblies are to be held on the basis of universal order franchise, because here and constitution stipulates that there will be separate electoral rolls for parliamentary and state assembly elections. That is wrong exactly, because in local body elections there will be separate electoral rolls that can be determined by the even with the recommendations of the delimitation commission and state election commission with the recommendations of the delimitation commission of the concerned state regarding local bodies. They have separate electoral rolls. They have, but with respect to elections to MLAs, members of legislative assemblies of the state, and members of parliament, the same electoral roll. That means the same voter can cast his vote for MLA and MP. This is called the same electoral roll applied to legislative assemblies and the parliament. Okay. Next, regarding 22, with reference to the National Commission for Women, this is a statutory body, not a constitutional body. So, first statement is absolutely wrong. it reviews constitutional and legal safeguards for women, that is true only, and therefore, and it takes into account suo motu notice of cases related to women, this is also true. So, 2 and 3 are true and first statement is incorrect. With reference to nota, and there are certain reforms which are introduced by the election commission and also parliament. Sir, with respect to nota, now we are coming to this reformation, that in the ballot option on the electronic voting motion, this was given, and ballot paper. Consider the following statements: electors were provided with the option of nota, electing not for both the houses of parliament, only for the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. Okay. For Rajya Sabha and state legislative councils, that means upper house of the state, is not provided the option of nota till now. Next thing, in an election, if nota gets the highest votes, still it is not valid at all, because the election is considered valid only. Okay. Though nota gets highest number of votes. Okay. So, the election will not be conducted again. These are the features regarding nota. Which of the following grounds for disqualification of a member of Union Public Service Commission? Because yes, as we have discussed regarding the misbehavior of member of Union Public Service Commission or any chairperson or member, and removed by the president. Okay, and he will get an inquiry, a judicial inquiry with the help of the court. Okay, so and also certain conditions, he is adjudged as an insolvent or bankrupt, he will be terminated from his office, and exactly he engages, if he engages during his term in any paid employment outside of his duties, he will be terminated. And in the opinion of the president, if the person is out of mind, that means infirmity in mind, therefore he will not be continued in the office. Okay. And also if he is deemed to be guilty of misbehavior, what does it mean? If he is concerned or interested in any contract or agreement, okay, if he has any vested interest made, which is actually in which the government of India is involved, so okay, and the state involved, and participate in any way of profit such contract or agreement in for personal benefit, is having any kind of personal benefit, okay, therefore he will be removed from his office. Next, the leader of opposition is included in the selection panel of leader of opposition is included in each of the selection panels, the committees in recommending the president to appoint the members to Central Bureau of Investigation, Central Vigilance Commission, and National Human Rights Commission. Okay. And the Prime Minister, the 3-member committee in the appointment of the CBI, Director of the CBI, 3-member committee. The 3-member committee consisting of Prime Minister as the chairperson, leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, and the Chief Justice of India or the Judge of the Supreme Court. Okay. The 3 members are involved here. With respect to Central Vigilance Commission, a Minister of Home Affairs is also a member, and leader of opposition and Prime Minister. Prime Minister, leader of opposition, and Ministry of Home Affairs are the members in the Central Vigilance Commission. With respect to Director of CBI, Chief Justice or Supreme Court Judge is also a member. Okay, is a member. Leader of opposition apart from Prime Minister and leader of opposition. So, I think this session would have helped you. All the best and thank you.